Hello, 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 hello. How goes it? We are AFK in a slightly precarious situation as it is very much so nighttime out there. Which slightly dangerous. Is fine though. We built a very terrible, garbagey creeper farm down there. We're gonna go sleep and then we're gonna see how bad it is. Like, no joke, very bad. I know it's bad. There's creepers on my roof. That's concerning. Okay, hopefully they don't try and blow me up beforehand. Okay, come on. Okay, are we okay? Let's, that's a bunch of burning boys. I didn't think about the fact that creepers could potentially spawn on my roof. That's, okay. You come over here. Will you take the fall? Will you take the fall to come get me? You will. Wow, that seems aggressive of you. Oh no. Okay. Starting off with a win. That was amazing. Already using the dirt that I did not want to have to use because we got some terraforming to do today. And I don't have nearly enough dirt, unfortunately. We might have to fly to the far-flung reaches of the server to go get some dirt. He blew up my sand. He blew up my sand in the process. How terrible of him. What is this? I'm receiving text messages. Okay, let's see how much gunpowder we may or may not have gotten from this really bad farm that I built. Yeah, that's about right. I'm definitely gonna switch this thing over. I think the main problem with it is that I did one of these kind of things, so each of these chambers is like a spawning spot, and I think it just doesn't like in terms of pack spawning, it's just bad. I think that's really the issue. Like the creepers need more room to spawn together. So I think I'm just gonna end up switching this over to like the general diamond shaped one. Because it's bad. It's bad. Encrypted, what's up, dude? Okay, so let's clear out my inventory. Let's do some organization, and then let's I think we'll start with the terraforming that requires me to remove dirt first, because then we can get an idea on how much more dirt we need to get. Good lord, so much garbage in my inventory. But I feel like I have a decent amount of rockets to get me going for today. Is it as much as I would have hoped for? No, it is not. But that's fine. That's fine. We got a lot of rotten flesh from randomness. We have some rails. Let's put the sugar cane away. Stupid scoot. I keep accidentally picking up this scoot. Oh, and this guy's... How? Shouldn't you have burned to death by now, good sir? Or because you're in a boat, you're fine? Because you're in water, are you fine? Is that a thing? I'm not going to question it. He lives like that now. He's not touching the water. That's super weird. Why? Okay, whatever, it's fine. Oh, also, I'm thinking about it. Do these farms go while I'm up there? They do? Okay. Cool. What else do we need to clean out of my inventory? We got some more redstone stuff we don't need. We don't need that right now. This is for a sugarcane farm we're going to make later on. Basalt is a nethery item. You should be the one doing this. But he won't because he sucks. No, it's just Like everything else in this game, it's almost like you have to put them in a box in order to like really work with them well, which is annoying. Snowballs, don't really need those on me right now. I don't plan on using the gas to do any terraforming. Where should campfires go? That's a weird one. I'm gonna put it in redstone. It's very much so not redstone. Why do I have a wooden shovel on me? Okay, well, we're gonna call that wooden stuff too. That goes there. What else? I guess we can get rid of this, and this cobblestone goes away. I don't need my fortune pickaxe right now, so let's clean that up, put that away. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Probably don't even need my regular axe, but that's fine. That's some stuff. We'll go with that. Okay, so we have like no dirt here. That is not great, but it's okay. So this is what we were working on I don't even remember what day it was. Friday? Thursday? We worked on this on some day last week. This is the goal of what the terraforming needs to be to put all of these buildings in here. We're not going to go that crazy today. I want to at least try and get maybe like the section, how do I do this? The section that is this water over here cut out, because I feel like this, oh, that is water right there. This is going to give us a decent amount of dirt and stuff over here if we start, you know, cleaning up this kind of a thing. Hold on. What do we... Okay, so that layer. This layer is air? What is this layer? I don't know, but we apparently get rid of this, so we will. This whole thing's going to go away, right? We don't need any of this out here. Ooh, conduit would be good. It's too bad we don't have the snails. No, not snails. Nautilus. We don't have the Nautilus. We're still on the update before this. Otherwise, that might be cool for doing some underwater terraforming here. It looks like I did some terraforming of some kind. Maybe? I don't know. But all of this will go away. Oh, maybe we should start up here. I didn't realize like so much of this goes away. Kind of. Oop. I guess a decent amount of goes away. This is dirt. Does this go away because this is a thing? This goes away because this is kind of where the build starts. Oh, it's hollow. Okay. So we're not going to get rid of too much of that because, yeah, okay. But the terrain comes from here. So this stuff does need to go away. Cool. That's not a big deal. Figure this out one layer at a time. It might be a mixture of like putting things in place, but also tearing them down, a little bit of back and forth. So this all goes away. This becomes coastal line area, which not a problem. I dig it. This, we're not going to worry about plant life and stuff. Does this all go away? Oh, this is just, no, this just becomes dirt. Great. And okay, so that we just wait for all of that to like greenify. I'm cool with that. Now all of this, what is, this doesn't go away. It's just that it should be dirt because it's on top of something. So this goes here, this goes here. Let me guess, is all of this, this should all be like boop, 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 boop. That's the outline. We can go with that. Now all of this can go away. We'll choose our own flowers later. Does all of this go away? Whoa, really? Did we open it up this much? Wow, I guess I did. Yeah, that's all supposed to be water. Well, except for I guess here is supposed to be that. Okay. Well, I guess on the one hand that's great because we need all this extra dirt. Boop, 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 boop. Will this all fill in? Probably not naturally. But we can make that happen. We have the capacity. I would like to pick up all this dirt. Can you guys come down here? Great. Okay, cool. This is going... Oh, you know what? I should start recording. Because we're going to be doing quite a bit of this. Let's just get all of this filled in as much as we can. We'll take care of the rest of this stuff afterwards. I guess we should... My middle click button does not seem to be working correctly right now for some reason. And boop. Okay, great. Yeah, I think as far as like the actual underwater areas, I'm not going to worry too much about those. I think I'll terraform down at a later time period, but we'll get as much as we can in terms of outline going on. Why is this just dirt? I don't know how much of this didn't change over to grass while you're working. Still haven't figured out why Minecraft keeps crashing going back and forth through another portal in the minecart. I think I've narrowed it down to being sodium related. Really annoying to test though, because I have to run it for like an hour before it crashes. I mean, can you just turn off sodium and run it and see what happens? Is that a possibility? And would that even show you anything? Okay, so why? Oh, this is 2 layers. This is what's happening here. Boop, boop, boop. This is like sand and stuff, but I don't know how much we're gonna see this. This whole thing gets covered, right? Yeah, this whole thing is gonna get covered. How far did I go? I don't know. Well, it might still have like a little bit of a cavey thing under here. Well, they're gonna do that. Did this all become grass? Is that what's happening right here? I've tried that and it seems to work. Trying to figure out how it consistently reproduces though. Interesting. Well, at least it's not like a base game problem, you know? That would be annoying if it was actually like a glitch in the game. Yo, Lockstock. What's up, dude? How are you, good sir? Are you talking Stargate? I'm very excited. If we're talking Stargate, I am thrilled. Did not expect to see that come to fruition. This really is sand. Okay. Well, we're going to leave all of this and we're just going to fill this over for right now. I'm hoping it's just an issue with sodium extra and not sodium itself. Ew, so you got to like try both. I see why that's a lot of work then. Yeah, that's definitely obnoxious to have to go through all of that. If you're gonna have to go through both mods to figure out where it's freaking. Okay, so why are you dirt? Okay, I know you're dirt, but I guess we'll just go with the dirt for now. I don't know how this is gonna outline out, so we're just gonna do it. I should probably get some torches. I have a feeling that might become necessary at some point. Potentially. As we build this terrain up. Or do we mob farm? Do we just go with it and just be like, oh, there's a mob farm on my base. Full Scar style? Maybe? I don't think I should. Hold on. Let's go get some more torches going on, because otherwise that's going to be not great. Let's see here. I got a stick. I need more than just one, though. There's a couple more. And do we have ore? Ore is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. Great. Cool. Actually, we'll probably let's just do 8 for now. What? That's not how you do that. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? I saw some leak and post about this last year or so, but was really starting to think it was just fans spreading rumors. I mean, that video that I sent you was pretty darn official, so I'm feeling pretty good about it, which is great. We need some more good sci-fi stuff on TV, personally. There's been some good stuff that I've been watching. I was a fan of the Foundation. That was awesome. There's this Apple TV show called Pluribus. I haven't watched it yet, but it feels like the kind of show I could get into. I just hope none of the this merger acquisition none stuff messes with it getting done. It's very a lot of the people in my field are very uneasy right now. Wait, you're a fan of... Oh, ad, 1 second. Oh, yeah. Silly ads. Wait, where did my ad screen go? Huh. I had an ad screen and it's gone again. They really don't want me controlling my ads. That's what I'm learning. Okay. Good to put there. Great. So this is all going to be underneath. So we should just throw some torches in here just for safety. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Okay, so where does this is here. We're going to just go till we get the... I'd like to just get wherever the building is sitting on over here. Kind of in. Wait. Okay, yeah, there needs to be a block there. I really don't have enough dirt to, like, make this pretty. And I don't know where every layer is going to be, so we're just doing a little bit of guessing. And we'll fill in as we go. This is very cliffy. This is a bit more cliffy than I was expecting right here, but that's fine. It might be cool. Okay, so those 2 blocks definitely need to happen. Okay, so there's where the building is. Okay, cool. So we'll do this. No. There. There. And there. Then we'll go around this a little bit. It's gonna be weird if I don't cover this in, right? Yeah. So even though the building is gonna be here, we're just gonna block it up for now. And then where does it level out? I think it levels out here. So we will just do this. This is the level we'll build it all up to. I think that makes the most sense, kind of. And then fill all this in with grass, and then when the building gets there, it'll look better. Get the outline in, and then where do we want it? What is this? Oh, this is because this is where the building is. Great. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to the edge of the building, which would be around here for now. And then this goes under here. Kind of like that. Okay. We're going to build this over. Thank you for the subscription. Sugar Gone uploads since last Sugar Gone uploads. I had 5 ads. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, it's, you know, they could be better about the ad situation. But you hopefully won't get ads for a while. I think they're really trying to push the idea of like their subscription model, which actually is what I ended up getting. Sugar phase word for something else. I think I understand. So like I have the thing that I don't have to subscribe to anybody, but I never get ads, and that's kind of like Turbo. Yeah, that's what it's called. I use Turbo, and for me that is the way to go. No subs, just Turbo, and just I watch too many streams. I mean, my main form of content, weirdly, is Twitch and YouTube, so it's kind of necessary for me. Okay, so this whole thing, this is where we're really gonna get some dirt from. This is all again peeled back. It's all going away. It's all gonna become ocean. Lots of ocean. Little by little. This one's gonna be the hardest thing to do. This is where maybe a conduit might be a good idea to get at some point to open this up enough. You can, we're just gonna go layer by layer. Layer by layer. So much terraforming. Okay. Did that give me enough to clean this up? Yeah, we could fill in that little area for sure. All this can go away as well. Man, I kind of really wish I had a Nautilus right now. I go to France for work in February. That's cool. That's a fun place to be. How long are you going to be there for? Is it going to be a decent stint? I just got off a job. We wrapped a movie like the day before Thanksgiving we finished up. 2.5 months working on the Conjuring movies. It was one of those. Can't necessarily say exactly which Conjuring movie it was, but that was what I was doing for a good 2.5 months. So I know busy. I get busy. This is cool. I kind of want to just like take the dirt from under here, but it's fine. I don't think this is enough to do the next section, so we need to remove some more of this. Boop, and go down. Wow, this is surprising, really. For Snowbox Festival, it's a skiing festival and EDM music in night and 2 weeks. EDM, so a lot of like thumping. That's all I think of when I think of EDM is like super club thumping music. Ow, I missed. Hey, buddy. Do I have another bed? I don't think I do. I feel like I should take this out there. If I die, it's going to stink, but we're going to put this up here because this is kind of where I'm working and I don't want to waste rockets going back and forth. Okay. That is better. Now I'm just like right here. Okay, so we got to tear down all of this and then we got to turn it all into water, which is going to be annoying, but it's fine. That's water. That's water. This doesn't look like water. Did I go too far there? I must have went too far there. This is random. Is that supposed to be dirt? Okay, we're going to ignore that. I guess we got to be careful about where it's actually water and where it's dirt. That's sand. I guess that makes sense. I probably did a sandy beach kind of a vibe over here. I'm cool with that. And this is water. Okay. Cool. I feel like what I should do is not let the water in quite yet and just dig this down as far as it should go. So like, so I should actually close this off, and here's what we're going to do. We're gonna go to the edges like this. So no water gets in here, and it'll be a ton easier then to dig this out as far as as deep as it should go, and then we'll just cut the edges out afterwards. I think I like that idea. I think that's a smart way to do this. So we'll just trace along the edge for a bit, and boop, boop, boop. Over here, over here. Does this all go away? This is all water. These couple little outside blobs we're just going to leave for right now. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, cool. So all this middle section here, we know we can get rid of, which I think makes things a little bit easier, especially in terms of speed. Ooh, we are going to be struggling with keeping this pickaxe mended. I guess we're going to do some villager trading for that. I think that might be the way to go. Probably. So now that this is all dry, this stays. That's cool. So this is the next level. What are you supposed to be? Are you water? What are you? Hold on. We need to render off. You're supposed to be water. Okay, so that's supposed to be water. That's supposed to be water. This was a bit of a cliff face over here. Great. Cool. My mic stand is like slightly in the way of me seeing my other monitor. Hold on. Ooh, but that kind of pushes on that. That's okay. We can do with that. Cool. I'm kind of bummed with the snapshot that they released earlier today. I was hoping that maybe there'd be like a tiny little. Oh, this is supposed to be dirt. Tiny little tease maybe of something new, cool coming that we can all like sit on over Christmas break a little bit. I mean, I get why they didn't. It's like we just had a big update, but it's been kind of neat. Quiet time for me, but been doing PAT testing in warehouse for a couple months as nothing really on, but think this might be the last year in UK, so my summer money all being saved for that. Oh boy, where are you going? Where are you moving to? Anywhere fun? What's the plan? You got a destination in mind? Still your side of the world? I couldn't imagine you ever wanting to come over here at this moment in time. Probably a pain in the butt to come over here right now. But where are you thinking of trying to go to? There's some interesting places out there. We've always talked about like, oh, okay, there's water under there. Like Australia as like, if we were to go somewhere, I think Australia would be pretty sick. I could see myself living in Australia. This is all water. Okay, so how do we want to deal with that? I guess we just do this. This is fine. The lighting change stuff is interesting, I guess, but yeah, not a whole lot. I wonder if anybody is going to be able to do anything with that right now, though. I'll be curious to see. I really think it's for the vibrant visuals. That to me is what they're playing at. People arguing about this snapshot naming is annoying. Are you in the SciCraft Discord? I was watching them go back and forth on that. I like the only thing I care about is that it's still going to be out of numbering system, out of numbering what's the word I want to use? The numbering between Bedrock and Java. That's the only thing that I'm like, okay, that you couldn't just figure out a way to work around that. That to me is kind of stupid. But besides that, it's fine. I don't care. It's fine how they're doing it. It's not that big a deal. I definitely would have preferred Java and Bedrock to actually carry over, but yeah, I guess they're always going to kind of get out of sync. They could, okay, hold on. They could have done it differently. So like if the first update for Java next year is going to be 26.1, and so the next Bedrock, they're starting at 26.1 for Bedrock. Why can't every drop release be 26.1.1 up until they're both on the same, and then it turns over to 26.2.1? Like, I guess I don't understand why that's not an okay system to do. Portal appliance testing, it's a yearly electrical testing that needs to be done. Not fully decided, but thinking joining an agency like FIFO and either working on mines as a plant driver in either Iceland or Australia. Your country doing a lot better than mine right now. It financially, yes. It's just not easy for anybody who wants to emigrate here is all I was thinking. Because people complained about the amount of features added in 1.20.xx. I mean, so stupid. People and they're complaining. So dumb. Australia is definitely a cool spot. I have friends who live in Sydney, who moved down there, and they would not come back for anything. They absolutely love it down there. We've gone and visited them in Australia 3 years ago at this point. I really enjoyed it. Sydney was amazing. We went to Melbourne as well. Melbourne was like just going to New York City for me, so it didn't feel like super interesting. But I think if I ever lived down there, I'd have to live in Melbourne because that's where like the movie jobs are. Kind of misusing version numbering, but yeah, the new naming system is way better than how they used to name snapshots. I mean, for me, it's understandable. I get how I understand the new naming, and I'm like not. I don't hate it. It would just be nice if somehow the two of them could get on the same like actual numbering system, but whatever, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. You've got your freedom, and my tax rate's gone from 20% to 42%, so I out of here. Okay, just throwing it out there, my tax rate ain't that much better. I think right now I'm sitting at like a 35% on our yearly taxes. Taxes are not so great for me. Now, granted, I live in New York, which has like one of the highest tax rates in the country, but still, it's not that much better as far as the taxes go. I don't think we were ever down at 20%. My usual taxes were like 37%, or not 37, 27%. They've definitely gone up, and you know, your difference of going up is far outweighs my difference. Okay, this is becoming very cliffy. I don't know if I'm okay with that or not. It's more cliffy than I was initially remembering when I built it. It's fine. This goes here, and then we're going to take this all the way over here. Boop. And then this is slightly flatter too than I was expecting. But I think we just need to get like the bare bones in and kind of go from there. Doop, 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 doop. And boop. Where did you place? Place there, place there, place there. Is this all? Okay, yeah, there and there. I am placing these in the wrong spots. Is it almost nighttime again? I don't have my Fulbright on, so I am actually kind of getting a better gist in a weird way of when nighttime is. I don't know if I like it or not. I'm trying to remember to only use the gamma thing when like I actually need it for checking something, and not just use it all the time. There's a lighthouse. My lighthouse will not be that tall. My lighthouse will be like half that size, but it'll be cool. There'll be a lighthouse over there and a lighthouse over here. So like there's that bay, and then there's my little bay over here. Seriously, why no sleep? There are monsters nearby? Sorry, what? Okay. How are there monsters nearby? Okay, we'll go over here. Weird. I don't know where there would be monsters right there. Fascinating. Very strange. It's fine though. Is there like maybe a trident boy or like a drown under there? Something I could think of. Okay, you go there for now. What the heck? This is very strange. I did some very weird non-finishing up the terraforming over here. And does this go all the way over? Okay, so this goes here, and this goes here. Okay, so we're just going to take this over and then fill all this in. I don't know that I'm gonna have enough dirt to fill this section in. This obviously there will be a building under there. Okay, so we basically... Oh, were you the guy? Were you the problem? Is there a spot you could spawn over there? Don't blow up, don't blow up, don't blow up. I can't afford to lose any more blocks. Where did you... Oh. See, I do not want to create an unintentional mob farm. Or an intentional mob farm for that fact. No mob farms for me today. Okay, see, let's just check this real quick. If I do over here, and I just follow the outline of this, yeah, it should be good. Okay, so this is going to be the top layer that carries us over. Got a funky little indent here, like that. Okay, cool. Actually, we might have enough to at least do this section. I don't know about over there. But if I could get this done and that done, that would be good. Especially, I don't want to leave this not looking like this transition's pretty good. I don't mind. I did some grossness over there. That's just floating. I don't mind over there because I don't exactly know how I want to deal with that yet. Whether that ends up being that's going to end up being a different kind of creeper farm. Part of me wants to like test out like switching to something like walls in there, or like, I don't know. I think it's just because it's the multiple lanes thing that's the issue, but I don't 100% know. All I know is it's not working, and I don't feel like making a million of them to the sky to get it to work. So we're just going to go to a traditional kind of farm. I really just want a creeper farm so I have enough gunpowder to supply myself with rockets. And that just isn't doing it. Just making sure that's not too dark under there. No. Okay, cool. Cool. There's still like all the terraforming that I have to do, like over there, over here. There's a bunch. I really would like to get this side of the coast, this side of the river done, or at least this extension to the river done, so I could like move some stuff. I want to move the cows out of there. The villagers need to go into their specific areas, so this would all be very, very useful. Okay, that's not bad. So next, let's do. I kind of want to just see if we can get this outline. Boop boop. Oh, I don't have Swift Sneak. I need to get myself some Swift Sneak. It would be great to do a stream. Maybe I do a stream where I try and get Swift Sneak. I just go really far away. Conspiracy theory, but the British Empire is going to finally crumble within the next 5 years, but that's for another day's talk. Do you know the company Agreco? Agreco. I do not. These are going to be path blocks, but we're going to ignore that for now. I have never heard of the company Agreco. And conspiracy theories aside, anything can fail at any time. That's the way I look at it. Nothing is ever guaranteed. Nothing lasts forever. Be prepared for the worst and go with the flow when it's the best. Okay, so that's this layer. Do we fill this in, or do we? I feel like I should do the next. I should get this done, kind of. This feels like the International Temporary Power Company. I have never heard of them. We get all of our power from like Niagara Falls. We get our power from our backyard, basically. Okay, I am out. This will eventually just have to turn to grass, and we'll go with it then. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Here, here, here. Doing this from this side of things is very confusing for my brain. I feel like I'm looking at it inside out. There. I'm stuck on something. Oh, does this go bye-bye now? Oh, it's time for you to go bye-bye. I wasn't really using you much anyway. It's fine. Okay, you go away, you go away. Yeah, that's why leaving before too late. Interesting. I will do this real quick to satisfy my own curiosity. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I think I do know this company. I think I'm very well acquainted with this company, actually. Yeah. Wait. You're not going to be able to see it. Okay, those are a bunch of Agreco battery generator units. We use them on certain sound stages if they don't have enough power to directly coming from the grid. We'll use the Agreco generators as kind of like a separate power system to go into the sound stage inside the studio. So I not this last movie, but a movie I was working on beginning of September, their whole sound stage was powered by Agreco generators. I might be having them as a client and might doing the GP selling, so might be traveling internationally with them, and like their 4 venues in USA. Yeah, that's them. Yeah, their system is actually pretty sick. Because they have this whole, you probably know all of this, but their generators are like able to be remotely monitored. So like if the DEF was getting low or the fuel was getting low, they just call their people up and come out and refill all that stuff. So I basically didn't have to do anything but make sure these things were running while we were on set. It was very interesting. One dude came out and like overfilled the DEF tanks, and it was like going everywhere. We had to like get them back out there, and it was a whole thing. One of their generators actually started leaking diesel everywhere once. It was crazy. That's the kind of stuff I deal with telekinesis. I'm pretty sure it's just using like cell phone service and stuff, but you know, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a cool system. But yes, I do weirdly know exactly what you're talking about now because of that experience. So strange how that kind of stuff happens. Okay, so is this dirt? Hold on, this is gonna be tricky. Okay, so that's the one block that should stay. Great. Okay. They were cool generators. I liked them. They did what we needed to do. They're neat because besides just the whole wireless capability system, the way that they only run when needed, and it like we had 4 different Jennies hooked up, and basically if one needed, if we were drawing too much power, what it would end up doing, it was like it would automatically turn on the next Jenny down the line, so that way we can pull more power from it. And I thought that was kind of an interesting idea. Okay, I don't know where my bed is, and it's getting dark again. Did I put it over here? I did. Okay. Sleep. This is kind of annoying having to like dig out one area to build the other area. It was kind of what I was hoping would happen, that I wouldn't actually need a bunch of dirt, because as we did over there, it would be over here. But it's still annoying. I just want to... I don't like the context switching of having to go from one side to the other. And I also don't remember if I pulled the gunpowder from the creeper farm over there. So that'll be interesting. I think we had 44. So we'll have to check that later and see if we have more. I kind of, the reason I got that built before stream is I really wanted to see if like while I was working over here, I would maybe in some random off chance get more gunpowder going while I was just chilling in this area. Okay. Well, it's dark again. Is it storming? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're turning this on for... I've thrown my shovel. I have thrown my shovel. Why do I have 2 shovels? What did I throw? Okay, I don't know what happened there. It's fine. Yeah, it's called telekinesis, and they monitor it remotely. Yeah, they're brilliant. You can't remote turn on and off, see fault. You can't remote and off, see faults and everything. Yeah, sync set's amazing, especially with sync with batteries. On that picture, except for the Grecos, is there any other branding on it? It's actually a full video. It's a video of the whole setup. A Greco tier 4F. Yeah, a Greco tier 4F. Like a CA company name of Jenny. Here, I'll send you the video. It's not like it's anything super, like, hush hush. I didn't have to sign an NDA for this nonsense. How do I message without... I don't want to message in here. I want to message in Discord. Human. I want to message in Discord. Let me send Discord message. Here we go. Discord. It's going to yell at me. It's going to be like, share to... What? I just want to message in Discord. Why are you making this so difficult? Discord. I just want to... I feel like this is unnecessarily complicated. It seems like it's sending it. It seems like it's actually working. So, great. This is supposed to stay. And that... Is this supposed to stay? No. No. And no. Cool. So all of this becomes more fuel for me to terraform with. Don't fall down there. Great. Cool. I'll take all this. Dig this down, go over there. Stage for our engine, that means that's an emissions thing. Okay. Was not sure what that meant. You panicked then? Huh? Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. I think we got a decent amount to do over here some more. Where do we want to go? Let's fill that in. Okay, let's do this layer. Is this where we're at next, kind of? I guess. This is confusing me over here a little bit. This whole section is kind of strange. Your power lock only got 4 cores, but your electric's different towers. Yeah, our electricity is, we have an earth. Wait, what? What do you mean? Are you talking about as like far as grounding goes? Are you making fun of our grounding systems? Which I can't blame you if you are, but still. Okay. Let's see here. This all needs to get filled in. I feel like I'm going to be missing little sections of all of this, just the way I'm doing it. I'm trying my best, but it's still a little rough. I don't love how kind of I think if we like do some stone and stuff over there, it'll be fine. Earth and neutral. We ground. We have green ground. Our bandit is 5 wire. 3 phase, and then a neutral and a ground. Do you call it earth? Do you legitimately not call it a ground? Like, do you say grounded? I'm just curious. Okay, next level. All this gets filled in. Oh, so you don't have neutral? No, we have a neutral. We have 5 wire, 3 hots, a neutral, and a ground. So green, white, red, blue, black. Those are ours. Grounding's a separate system. All of ours are what's called banded. It's all like tied together. It is not a separate system. So those generators have 5. Oh, I'll show you. I have another good picture. I have so many good pictures. They all have 5 wire coming out of them, and they go into or out of, depending on the system, a distro box. We use something on the last movie because we were doing a lot of rain stuff. We had a special thing called a shock block that all 5 wire went into, and it was all cams in. When did we go to the stage? Oh my god, I don't have enough photos. That's a joke. I have too many photos. Boop a doop a doop a doo. A do. Where? This. Yeah, okay. Boop, 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 boop. And send this to you. This is kind of like our system. Looks like an absolute mess. But I promise you, it makes sense. Boop, boop. So there's 5 wire coming into this shock block, the GFCI, and then there's 5 wire going out from it. And that's basically just to protect us if, water happens. You don't always have to use those, but we were specifically on the feature that I was doing just because it was kind of crazy. Okay, I don't want to actually fill in over here. Hold on. Let's do this. Boop, boop, boop. The stage, they were using like 10 different rain towers on the stage at once, shooting through all the different windows and stuff. It was super gnarly. It was cool. But my goodness, the amount of extra work I had to do to make sure everything was protected was absolutely wild. And since I was gaffing it, like, I was basically the head of the electrical department. So that whole nonsense was my job. Well, it was my job to organize it. It was other people's job to, actually install it and set it up. I just told people what to do and they did it, basically. That's the fun part of being a gaffer on a bigger movie. Not that I white glove it, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy getting my hands dirty. But we have like what's called basically a rigging team. We have an entire group of people that come in usually uber early in the morning or overnight, and they set up all of the stuff that I tell them to, so that when we come in the morning, like, all of our lights are there ready to go, all the power is there ready to go. And so, like, our first scene is basically pretty much lit before I even got there. The video show the 4 coming out of generator shock block sounds something we use when load can spike really high for like a second or two, but the constant load the Jennies can handle. Yeah, the shock block is only for like basically if it detects like a grounding error of a certain amount of amperage, it'll kill the system. It's kind of like, do you guys have to have GFCIs in your houses? Like in your bathrooms and in your kitchens and stuff? That might just be something you don't actually have to deal with. In the States, we actually have to have special GFCI outlets just in case like water was to ever like get into an outlet and like accidentally arc a circuit. It's meant to basically trip before something bad happens. And this is a very big version of that. This version is meant to handle up to like 400 amps or something. I think was the system we were doing. I can't remember. But it was very, very nice to have. Okay, this is... Do I want to... You know what? Maybe I take the stone and just kind of do that. Oh, there's an Enderman freaking out. Okay, it must be nighttime. It's time to sleep. We're just going to fly over here and sleep, and hopefully it doesn't give me an issue. The Enderman did not like the rain. Did you see him spazzing in the background there? Oh, I didn't mean to shoot that off. Oh, well. That's fine. I don't know. I need more dirt over here. I don't know if we're getting to the point where I should... Okay. Well, let's do some of that. At some point, this is all going to have to just kind of go away. I also don't, what are you? You're going to be that. We're also like to stone over here, so I'm not really getting much of the things that I want anymore out of this area. Which is kind of annoying. I mean, obviously this whole patch has to go. This whole patch of dirt is going to go all the way down. So maybe we just mine this out. Right? Because this is all going to be water. I don't know what's going to be under here. So maybe we leave that for right now. There's a lot of dirt in here. What about over here? All of this is probably going to go. We'll just take this all to stone here. Great. My inventory is not yet full. Can I do that over here? I feel like it's slightly... I don't know. Here, we're just going to go down to this level for now. This will all get cut out. Oh, there's the water gun. Boop. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. So I can't really take this down anymore. I think that's as good as that's gonna be. I have a decent amount over here. I can at least finish up. Do I even need to finish this up? I feel like I should, just because it's there. Just cover all this in. Okay, so that takes care of the terraforming over there. All of this comes down, so maybe we start doing that. We'll just strip away this whole layer for right now. I think that makes sense. We have highly regulated regulations. We have lots of things, and I just in the temporary power rather than I just deal with temporary power rather than domestic, but we have all the RCB, RCBB, ELR, and all the sorts of breakers for different situations. Okay. Maybe yours is more complicated than it's just named differently over here. Probably makes the most sense. Everything is named differently everywhere. Even between like the East Coast and the West Coast, things are very different. Yeah, that's why I was thinking that in Europe, they typically do the tripping at the breaker instead of using GFCI plugs like in the US. Yeah, I don't know why ours is so different, but we definitely, we try and follow the like same kind of house code stuff on film sets. It's not like it's a separate thing for us in terms of like how we set things up. So like a whole home GFCI. I don't know why we don't do that here. You would think we should just have a whole home GFCI. It would, well, they're probably super expensive. Like the cost of the ones for our sets are like thousands and thousands of dollars. Whoa, Jibbutu. Oh, your cams look different. Oh, weird. Your cam lock looks like header cables. Yours actually looks way more secure than ours. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That is very nicely organized. There's a Greco, but doing an ice rink chillers. Not entirely sure. I think I watched a Technology Connections video about that in the past, but can't remember what his thoughts were. I mean, I don't really know why we don't do a whole home thing, except for potentially the price being cost prohibitive. I do know, like on a film set, it has a tendency to trip a lot because you put like the entire set on it, so there's more things that can have issues. Like for example, if somebody plugs in a surge protector to a system with the GFCI on it like that, there's a high likelihood that'll actually, a surge protector will like back trip a GFCI kind of a thing. And now I've wasted a rocket. Great. So there's things like that maybe it's a sensitivity issue. If you were to do a whole home system, like I couldn't plug my battery back up on a GFCI without it going crazy. BSA British Standards Association is one of the world's highest standards for regulation and stuff. So here's the thing. Even though we deal with like crazy power situations on a film set, we are not certified electricians, which is gnarly to me. We do such crazy stuff. I feel sometimes like we should be certified because we're dealing with like, you know, high voltage, 480 voltage systems, you know, that sounds like what we can ELR. You're a carpenter. I'm not licensed in anything except for I have my aerial certification. So I can go up in like a scissor lift or a condor, you know, anything like that I can do. But they don't make us in the film industry get any other sort of like you know, what's the word? Certifications. Which is so strange to me. I would do it if they like paid for it. I would totally go get my electrician certification, but they don't. They it's like kind of risky, honestly. Kind of risky. You're supposed to be dirt, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. This is all supposed to be dirt as well. I work for Schneider Electric, so I should probably know more about electrical engineering and stuff than I do. You work for an electrical company, but you do not the things that necessarily, I mean, it would be cool to know it, but like you don't really do the actual hands-on stuff with any electrical stuff. So I get it. It's not necessarily something you would have to deal with. Bone meal is gonna go here because bones. Sure. And I'm getting some more gunpowder. So all these rockets I'm using are getting good. I got a BS 7909 last year, which a temporary power sign-off certification. It's like a week course. I don't know how long, if they even did them, the courses would be. To get my aerial certification, it was like a 4-hour course, 6-hour course. It was super easy. Nothing complicated. I didn't get my forklift certification because that's not really something I generally have to deal with. Nor would I want to. But they just don't really, you know, it's just not really something that they care about. Okay, so my guy over here, let's think this through. I need to kind of move you all somewhere else. So let's grab some leads. Do I have more leads? Zoop, zoop. I can make a lead. Leads are cheaper now, aren't they? Hold on. I don't need lead. Boom. I guess there was a pumpkin there at one point. I didn't make like a ton of them, did I? No. String goes back here. But I just feel I just let all the other people tell me what they want me to do. Wish I'd gotten my degree in computer engineering instead of computer science, so I would have some electrical engineering classes. Schneider just cost one of my clients $65K. Oh God. See, I'll just stick to my silly little entertainment field. We may cost each other millions of dollars, but money in the film industry sometimes feels just kind of like play money. Oh, I want to set up this giant light on this crazy railroad track. Okay, it's going to cost you $200,000. Okay, great. Get to the day. I don't like the way that light actually looks on the railroad track. Okay, Glad we spent $200,000 on it. Moving on. Moving swiftly along. No joke. Legitimate thing that happened on the last movie. Schneider does a ton of stuff. I specifically work for this section of the company that used to be Square D. That sounds like the most ridiculous. Square D? That is such a weird name. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it like squared? Is that the joke? It's squared. I just saw the D is capitalized, and in my head it was Square D. Usually people are just familiar with them seeing the label on breakers. I have seen the label on breakers, actually. That does make sense. I do know what you're talking about. Funny enough. A brand new generator and one of their devices was on it and surged and basically blew up half the stage equipment. Ah! See, that's my I have two big fears working in my industry. One, somebody gets electrocuted, which happens way more often than I would like to admit for my industry. Two, a bunch of gear blows up. Both are bad. Obviously, people getting injured is worse, but it's electrical is no joke. Electricity is no joke. Okay. So that's this layer. I've got a decent amount of stone. Oh, I was meaning to do something. I got leads and kind of forgot to deal with the armadillos. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let's finish this up and go deal with those armadillos. Let's just move them out of the way because this whole thing has to come down here. We have more leads than I need, but I think that's on purpose because we want to do that. We want to do that, and then we want this to break and go in my inventory. Okay, where are you guys safe for a while? I don't think over here is getting adjusted much. So let's put you guys there might be a farm going over here, but you guys go to this thing here, and then we'll just box you kind of in over here. Okay. All right. Over here, there's just prison sentences. Oh God. Yeah, if somebody got hurt on set, usually that kind of thing 90% of the time is negligence. But there's plenty of times where it's more just an accident and nobody goes to prison for just an accident. On a film set anyway. I mean, okay. I don't want to get into this conversation, but so I don't. Did you hear about the thing? Alec Baldwin accidentally killing the DP on that movie that he was on. I actually worked with that team. I worked with that producer, that director, on a movie years ago, before the pandemic. Besides the armorer, nobody else went to prison, which is crazy to me. But that kind of stuff, it's gnarly. You don't want to be any part of that. If you're on a film shoot where you feel like safety like that is kind of lackluster, you leave. And I believe a bunch of people did leave from that shoot. I'm pretty sure a ton of them ended up quitting that movie because they were uncomfortable with how bad things were being run. You kind of know the danger signs. Here, I'll send you another cool shot from the last movie I did, where let's see here. So we shot on these train tracks, And we use this thing that's a balloon light. We had a balloon light underneath the train tracks. And you could see up there's a special kind of train vehicle that we actually like put an M90 in. There's a couple shots from under the train tracks. That was a cool scene to shoot. Probably one of my most logistically complicated things I've ever had to shoot, but it was pretty sick. It was pretty sick. It is mad, but money saves money. It is weird. It definitely is strange. It is a mantra that I hate to have to follow sometimes in my industry. This is what I always say. Because 90% of the time it's more so about like crew when it comes to movies. Hire more crew and you will save money in the long time because we'll be able to get things done faster and your days will not be delayed. I usually fight about that kind of stuff a lot, making sure we have the appropriate human resources, if you will, when it comes to getting on a film set. Which I don't know why, like, people just try to fight that way too much. It's like, I've been doing this for years. I tell you this is how many people we need. That's how many people we need. It's not a question. I know how many people we need to do the job that you're trying to have me do. I don't understand. Okay. I think these all are going, right? Kind of. Okay, not all of them. Plant you there. But this then goes over this way. And that goes there. Okay, cool. So this whole thing gets filled in then. This becomes one kind of continuous level. I don't know why this is red. Oh, because it's supposed to be path blocks. Okay, well, whatever. I actually have to drive back to Buffalo tonight for a shoot tomorrow. I'm going back to Buffalo literally for a one-day shoot. Leaving after stream at like 4 o'clock. Driving back, get back to Buffalo around like 9:30 or so, I think is the current plan. I'm not looking forward to it, but it needs to happen. This feels too flat for me. I think I just want to leave it alone for now, though. For dumping. Okay. So back up to this level. What do we got going on over here? This stone needs to be dirt. Cool. Okay. We got to get rid of this stuff. We're getting there. We're getting close. I don't know if I'm going to get the waterway section done today. That seems like a lot. That seems kind of like a lot. I'm going to need a beacon at some point. Maybe. Just one. Just for like this kind of thing maybe. Might be good to have a beacon. Oh, my poor inventory. I do not want any of this stuff despawning. So let's fly over here. We're definitely making a surplus on the grass block side of things, which that makes me pretty happy. Hopefully we're getting a decent amount. Not a decent. We're definitely not getting a decent. Maybe we're getting 1 or 2 gunpowder. Let's go check real quick. How we doing? Boop. Okay, we haven't gotten any gunpowder. I mean, I don't know that there's if like the caves are even lit up down below, so it's like, well, you know, whatever. Might not be a thing. Oh yeah, that's a lot of this stone's gonna have to get replaced with dirt. So once all this gets dug up, this whole area over here is gonna have to get refilled in anyway. So that'll be fun. That'll probably be what we'll do after this. We'll clear this out. See where we gotta go. I need like a faster way to do this without having to get a beacon. Right? Okay. So then all of this is just supposed to be grass blocks, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's dig out every bit of stone and just replace it all with grass. I feel like that's going to be the easiest method to this whole process. And it's almost nighttime. Is my bed still over here? Let's get the bed a little bit closer. Let's get the bed right on over there. I say we finish this terraform and then we go work on the river mouth area. Might make sense, and how that's going to get cleared out. Yeah, this is all going to be grass. I could turn off the schematic for this. I kind of got a good gist of where we're going with this. We're just filling this all in. Maybe I should do some of this in not my silk pick. Just so I get some cobblestone for some building. Maybe. Maybe. That should be a dirt block. I don't have any. I have grass blocks. Cool. Let's see. Events different to film industry. The films industry spends a lot of money on the staff and looking after them, while events more and getting in and out. So a lot of local crew and few techs, but then the locals don't get the luxuries of the food and hotels. I don't understand how that is a sustainable job for anybody who works as a local. That always blows my mind. 'Cause like you get one or two concerts here or there. I mean, unless a lot more shows are going on than I know about, I just don't know how there's enough shows and theater stuff for those in Buffalo. They're local 10 guys. I'm local 52. They're local 10. I just don't know how there's enough work and stages for those guys to stay employed regularly. That seems like just a crazy. I think the film industry is difficult. I can at least there's at least movies going on half the year. Is there really 50% of the year concerts and theater going? Now, I don't know the answer to that, so maybe I'm just completely not, educated enough on it, but my hypothetical guess is how. How do any of those local crew guys actually sustain a living? It's crazy to me. Local crew I did for 13 years. You had enough work coming in for 13 years to keep going. That's what, well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe local to you is different than local, like Buffalo local just doesn't make sense. But Buffalo is not Buffalo is a city of less than 1 million people. So what is local, if you're in a pretty big city where you're getting a lot more work, then fine. Buffalo, though, I just don't know how it's sustainable. Okay, so all of this, once we get this done, gets filled in with grass blocks. And this is where all my grass blocks are going to go. Cool. Great. I'll fill this in. We didn't clean up that section right here where the armadillos were, but I think that's okay. And we'll probably end up tweaking some of this terraforming. Do some by hand terraforming. Okay, stone, that all goes away. And then dirt and grass, and more dirt. Kind of want to just fill it all in with dirt. Save the grass, let it spread on its own. Yeah, let's get rid of the dirt first, and then we'll go grass. Let's try and get this in some nice even rows to make this a little bit easier to deal with. And I am flashback recording this, so this will be a fun little time lapse. I think I'm on my own. I'm just gonna have to switch out that creeper farm to the diamond version. Oh, am I already out? I am already out. Okay. This is where all the grass is going to go, I guess. You would think there should be enough to at least finish this, because this is where we dug it all out from. And it was on hills and hills. It was on the terrain, so it should cover fairly nicely, I think. That's wrong. So much grass. Yeah, we do this. We maybe clean up this little section over here, and then we'll go work on the waterway. What time is it? It's only 2:30. Okay, we got time. Winter, you've got all your stadium concerts, Winter Wonderlands conferences and stuff like that. Summer, we became site crew and built the festivals, which we did travel for. And so there was enough work done. I guess that's a thing too. You probably are prepping for the show a lot more before the show actually comes in or starts. So like what might be like a load in and load out actually is kind of a lot more involved depending on what the actual project is. Okay, let's clear this down. Get some more dirt back. I don't know where that goes in there. Don't get me wrong. It was tough, just above minimum wage, but it's a lifestyle. You know, it's one of those things that like, did you seek that job out or did you kind of fall into that job? Like in the film industry, what I do is clearly something I sought out. I didn't just fall into working in the film industry. This is what I wanted to do. Not necessarily wanting to be a gaffer. I don't mind being a gaffer. In fact, I usually like being a gaffer. But working in the film industry is obviously like you do have to sell yourself in order to keep going. Average festival, 3 weeks worth of work. Really? That's more than I would have suspected. Okay, so that's not too bad then. That's not too bad. I was thinking like 1 week worth of work. This all goes just away. You're just an entity, you're not real, right? Okay, cool. That was throwing me off a little bit. This is okay, so this goes. Grass block. Cool. This all goes away, huh? What about this? That's wool. That's wool. Actually, do we need to tear that down? We might. Hold on. I'm just going to get rid of this. Fill that in. And then all this is fine. It just needs to be grass, right? I don't know what building this is that's in the side over here, but if it's the building I think it is, we need to do... Who called? We need to do a little bit of work. Spam-a-lamb? All the spam-a-lamb. Garbage. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me just look here. So this is where, so these cows are moving right there. So I think we're fine. That's what I wasn't sure about. This goes like this. This gets filled out a little bit. Cool. Cool. I did my level 1-2 in college, and then was 2008 financial collapse. So no one was taking on for last year, and accidentally fell in with a mate's dad who was a crew boss. So you did the fall into it thing. It's funny. In my industry, it's 50-50. I'd say there was 50% of the people who just kind of fall into the film world because they know someone who was like, hey, we need a dude this day. We need extra hands. And then the other side is people who really push to get into it. Glastonbury, that 37 weeks work in total. The Glastonbury, yes, I know Glastonbury. Okay, that's a huge thing, huh? 37 weeks. Why did I terrain this? I don't know. Do I like this? I'm gonna go with it. Not sure why I did it, but we're gonna do it. Sure. And then this is gonna be a thing. We're just gonna outline it for now. Obviously when this goes away we'll be able to do more, but this whole thing having to come up quite a bit is gonna be a struggle. This whole area comes up a level. And we'll probably, yeah, I guess it's not that bad. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Let's fill in the gaps under here. Just to make it a little bit easier to get around. Great. So this is looking okay. We didn't really do any of the work over here because we need to expand this whole thing out. So I think we'll start with a stone base over there. And we'll do that side of the waterway, and then we'll get rid of more over there. Okay, let's get in there. But as I call it, I've worked up the ladder now, self-employed with industry, and now running jobs. And isn't that like, well, I guess it's not everybody's dream, but like, that's a good place to be at. Is to slowly get up there and be the one running things, I would say. Okay, so we want to take this stone and we want to outline what's going on over here. Oh, this is where Swift Sneak would be nice. You want to be dirt blocks, I know. I'm sure you do. You want to be grass blocks? No, what do you want to be? It says stone. Wait. What does this want to be then? Oh, dirt. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. I understand. I understand. Here's how I'm going to do it. Boop, 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 boop. Because all of that will get covered. So we'll outline it with this. And then we'll go through with the stone in the middle. We don't have to follow exactly whatever it was. Whatever the Sheboygan was, but we'll get a rough kind of thing. As far as what's going on underneath this, I don't know. Experience is better than qualifications sometimes. I would agree with that sentiment. Because just because you're qualified doesn't mean you know how to do the job. Sometimes it's more about having the what would I call it? The test bed? No, the experience lets you be able to problem solve better because at some point you've probably seen so much stuff that you know how to deal with issues when they arise, which I think is huge. Just having qualifications doesn't necessarily mean you know how to deal with the unexpected when it happens. Because experience is what leads to knowing how to problem solve. In my opinion, if that makes sense. I think that makes sense. I think that's the way to look at it. Okay. We're going to do this hollow just like we did before. Because I don't want to go crazy with the resources. Sometimes people with qualifications don't have work ethic. Oh, that's an interesting point as well. I guess I could understand that. In my industry, that's not something we come across often. There's not really a tolerance for that with what I do. Because there's a million people behind you waiting to take over your job in my industry because so many people want to work in my industry. So it's a little different. I would say in my industry, everybody that I come across is generally a hard worker. It's just whether or not they know what they're doing and can do it in a timely manner. But I would say it's a very rare day for me to come across somebody who doesn't have the work ethic in my industry. And boop, 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 boop. I think this is going to have to be like cliff outlines underneath, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure what we're going to do for underneath here. And I don't know that I want to deal with that right now. Is this a thing? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Boop, 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 boop. This all gets filled in with dirt. I'm surprised. Oh, that's why. No, it doesn't. Okay. Because we're going to do that. Cool. So we're just doing the edges. That was just a good general outline. Yeah, film industry hard to get into. I've been trying applying, but that doesn't get you work. No, it's really all about who you know in the film industry. You gotta know the right people, and also kind of situational. Like you might know the right people, but you also the right movie has to be happening. Like for me, the right movie means, okay, yeah, it's not a crazy movie. I could bring in somebody who's new to the industry, and it's not gonna be of any concern to anybody. Nobody's gonna care. Oh, gee, I used all the dirt. Dang it. Okay, I think we're finally at a I'm out of dirt point. I don't think there's anywhere else we're terraforming down. Dang, dude. Oh, we're so close. Okay, I guess we can start tearing this all down for right now and just kind of go with it. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And in my industry, that rings very true. Do I want to do this? This doesn't feel quite right to me. As I destroy it all. We're just going to go for it and hope for the best, and we'll figure it all out later. Just kind of one of those things we need to just move on, make it happen. We'll clean it up later. It's fine. It's fine. I don't even quite know how we're going to make this all pretty, but it's getting that foot in the door. And you know what the nice thing is? Once you're in, if you prove yourself, you're kind of in for life, you know? Once you get in with the right crew, you're always hired by that crew. They just like to keep bringing people back. Okay, so that's that. Let's do this. Oh, God. I think we're just going to fill it all in some sort of way after we do this. And we'll worry about connecting it further down later. There's plenty of dirt, though, that we're getting, so I like that. That's Gucci. Oh, God, it's pushing me. I'm getting pushed all over the place. This all needs to go. This all needs to go. Oh, God. This is very tricky. Conduit. I could get a conduit. That could be in the cards at some point. Okay, did we get the majority of it? Oh, good. I need to turn this off for a minute here. This is hurting my eyeballs. This room, this inventory. I can't keep this room cool. It basically heats up on its own from 60 degrees. We're almost at 75 again. Without the heat on. I have like the vents and everything closed, but just the computer heat coming out of this room is insane. I'm like half tempted when I move to like the actual streaming room in the basement to like, I don't know, see if I can figure out a way to like hook up a ventilation shaft to my computer so all this hot air just gets pushed outside. Because I am swelteringly hot, right? Swelteringly? Is that a word? I'm hot. I am obnoxiously hot. And I'm not going to turn the AC on. It's like, I don't know, below freezing outside right now. It's very annoying. I want this dirt. Can I have more of this? Hold on. I think to make this easier, I should do that. Okay. Do we see any more? I see like one piece under here. There's something over here. Let's grab this one. Okay. Let's get in there. It's not the prettiest, but I think it makes sense. Let's try and fill it in a little bit. I don't know why my neck has like a weird kink in it right now. And boop, boop, boop. All right, let's do this. Just start making infinite water sources. I feel like that would be ideal. As long as we do it at the right height, it should be fine. Oh, no, not like that. We don't want to do that. Come on. Come on. So we don't want you to flow. Where are you flowing? You're like flowing there. Just, I should have done the thing where it's like, have the one layer, then just delete it and it all falls down. This is not ideal. Is this is the right level right here? Right here is the right level, right? Yeah, okay. And boop. Oh, it's getting dark. We sleep. I think I might be too far away from the creeper farm as well where I am to have that be running. And there's so many like caves I'm sure that are not lit up right now. If we really start to struggle, I can also just go to the shopping district and, you know, grab/purchase, rockets. That's a viable solution. Oh, hey, look at that go. That's nice. Just put this all over the place. Oh god, I'm stuck. If we do 1 and 2 and 3. Nope, that did not go. I'm trying to make an infinite water source over here so this all is not flowing like this. Like this is flowing into this, which is a problem. It's all flowing everywhere. Flibbity flowing. We don't want that. I want more just flat sources. Water is kind of obnoxious sometimes in this game. I don't quite understand. So if I do this, okay, we're gonna do that, and then we make this like an infinite water source on here. Would that like carry over? Okay, see? I want it to come out to here though. Is this not all? No, not all infinite water source. Okay. Well, we tried. Oh, good. We've tried. Come on. Where does it... It's just because it's going to be flowing in all sorts of weird spots, I think. I might need to do a layer. Let me get the rest of the outline done first. Like here. So if I put that there, will it flow more? No. Near. See that? I want to make that an infinite water spot. Okay, 1 and 2. Oh god, what has occurred? Okay. And did that make a thing? We got there. See, look at that. Okay. Just now I could just kind of blast this around a little bit. Come on. Is it like nighttime again? I don't know what's happening. Here. We're gonna turn that on just so I can see what I'm doing. Did this whole thing get filled in now? It may have. Okay, it's better. It's definitely better. I think, unfortunately, we need to like do this a bunch. Right? And just keep pushing this out. So, I don't know if this is becoming an infinite water source, but that's an idea. Oh, no, we don't want that there. This needs to stay. 1. There. Okay. Boop, boop. If I just do this a bunch, will that clear up? Maybe? It seems like it's attempting to fill itself in here and there. Oh, that's going to be so annoying to... Okay, so... Wait. Boop, boop, boop. There. So now it's just that little section. So we can do this. We can do this. We're assuming this just goes straight down, right? Okay, great. Give me all of this dirt back, please. It's all going to, like, go down there and just never be found again. Okay. Let's turn this on so we can find it all. And we got some pieces. Guess we need more iron. There's plenty down there. Okay, cool. Great. Now let's figure out how we're gonna fill all of this in. I kind of feel like maybe we do sand. Like this. Because if I... No. If I do that... Where... Okay, cool. Well, at least I can kind of see where that is then. Cool. And then floaty bits over here. Yeah. And then... Maybe clay? Oh, clay's kind of real easy. I can see clay. I'm surprised clay's not a gravity block. You would think it would be. It's kind of gravel-esque. Okay, I'm stuck in a hole. Boop, 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 boop. Or this is still a very big hole here, huh? It's fine. It's fine. Let's see here. Let's go from... Is this? No, not there. We'll go one more. Trying to see where to start pushing it over from. There. Seems good. Right. Okay. I need more. I'm going to need a lot more clay if we want to do it with clay. Clay is kind of cool, but also kind of obnoxious. Also, I'm losing all the clay. Ah! Cool. Great. Now if I go from like... Okay, we're going to do... One more going this way? Okay. I have an idea. I want to try actually like going in a square now, but I got to get over here. Okay. And then I want to go from that corner over this way. Is it like making full blocks? I can't tell. Full blocks of water. No? Just fill up this thing in the middle here and it'll be great. I think that's the biggest problem, is we just have this ginormous hole in the center. Come on, give me water. More water. Why won't you just take the water? I'm in water. Take the water. Okay. And boop. Cool. I just want to make sure it's all covered. Great. It's not doing much. It's still flowing in so many weird, strange ways, but it's better than it was. And all of this is ending up in this whirlpool at the bottom here. That's fun. I wonder if we'll be able to actually get rid of that. I don't know. Ow, I'm hitting the microphone. Let's do this. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. Who wants to go so bad? Down the waterfall. Okay, cool. Up, 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 up. Trying to get it like a nice even square to make this even easier. And not have to go around this weird jaggedy bit. Okay. But it's not easy. It's very annoying. Here? And then there? Ooh, no. Not there. Ooh, this was all too tall. Hold the phone. We need to be like here with it. Right? Does that work? Water, source, water, source, water. No? One more? One more over? This is going to take so obnoxiously long. Okay, come on. Come on. We're getting there. No, come back! Come back! Boop. Next row? I gotta figure out a better way to do this. In my head, what I did was good, but now that I'm here, is not so good. Like, this is taking longer than I think it would have been to just do the, just not do the top layer and fill it in with water first. Oh, okay, come on. Boop, boop. Okay, next row. Here. And then I gotta still, wait. If I put kelp down there. No, yeah, I'd still have to put kelp down this whole thing in order to, get it full. Like, it's still gonna kind of flow down there, right? Until I, like, kelp it all up. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be in terms of, like, wow, it's getting to be dark. Hold on, we need to sleep. In terms of the fall off from the land into the ocean. I don't think I'm going to have to do too much terraforming there. I think that's pretty good. I see you. I see you, zombie. Get away! Run away. Oh, we're down to just this little square now. That's not too bad. Let's see. If I go... I think we still go from this side? I don't know. Yeah? Go this way now? It's not, I'm not sure. I feel like it's going to be very difficult when I get into the middle of this whole thing. But if I, like... I kind of... Maybe I do it like this. Like, just like a spiral in with this stuff. Oh, where'd the rest of it go? Is it all down here? I've lost my clay. My clay is very much so goop in my hand. Great. Okay, we got it back. Crisis averted. And then we spiral this way. Yes, 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 yes. I wonder, it still is like a little weird in some spots. I'm not sure why. Hold on. Let's see if we can, where is it weird? It's like over here. Slightly weird. Slightly flowy weirdness happening. Here? Here? Where weird? Where are you weird? I can't quite see where it's weird or why it's weird there. But I see it flowing strangely. Maybe this would be where, seriously? Okay, hold on. I think we see it now. This is where kelp might be able to fix this more so. Why is there still all this flowing this? Okay. I think I fixed a little bit. Boop, boop. 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 It feels like it just keeps flowing towards something that I'm not seeing. If I remove it, is it going to start flowing again? Nah. Hold on, maybe here? It looks like it... Oh, there we go. Okay, that fixed all of that. Okay, it's fine. Let's get the big section done. Ah! I'm slowly losing on the clay. I do want to figure out where it's going. Whoop! Wrong over here, though, real quick. Since I can just place this on the ground and fill it up. Okay, cool. That's nice. We fix that little blip. Oh. Okay. Okay, cool. Go there. So where do we still have issues? It's mostly like here. Okay, if I do this, and then I grab this and do that. Doesn't really help, does it? No, it's better if it's like underneath. It needs to be like there. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. And then we need to fill this in. We need to make sure all of this is water sources. Like that. That's good. Okay, more water sources. Where I'm putting this is, I think what's happening is because those aren't full water sources, they're flowing right now. Because we don't have kelp there. I mean, I think if I took kelp and I kelped the bottom of this and just kind of let it go, after a while, I do think it would be fine. I think because, like, yeah, that became a weird thing now. It's okay. As long as we get the basic gist of it and there's no weird flowing bits like this, I think I'll be pretty happy. We just need to, if we go over here, this is 100% full blocks, right? So, like, does that help? Like, taking it from over there? No, see, it's weird. I guess we don't want to go too crazy then, because I don't know, like, over here? Over there's fine. Okay, well, we're almost there. We almost are there, so let's do there and there. Okay, that cleared that whole section out, and there. That cleared that whole section out. Okay, cool. So there's some weird bits. There's some weird flowy bits. Boop. Okay, I got that one. See, this is not actual water sources. That's why it won't even let me take it from right there. Interesting. And boop. Yeah, it would only become so if we did the thing with the kelp. Maybe I need to do that. Let's get some kelp and just put it down here. We'll do like a 4 by 4 2 by 2 block and let it create some sources and see what happens. And maybe it'll flow outwards from there. Do I have kelp? I don't see kelp. Weird. Where be the kelp? I have no kelp. Kelp. I need somebody. Okay. That's fine. There's a bunch over here. We'll just grab this. Let's grab a little bit of this and just let it slowly grow over there. That's a lot more kelp than I actually think I need. Okay. Cool. And where's the issues? Okay, we got a couple issues over here. Just gonna toss this. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Yeah, I can feel it like dragging me down here. We'll let these create hopefully like infinite water sources. Because they'll be in rows of 3. And they'll flow out from there. In squares, right? Is that a square? Not really. It's fine. Okay, so did that give us more dirt? It did. Cool. See, we can finish up over here now. Boop. Right? This is what we need to do. We need to finish this. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know that I'm going to have enough for this, but fingers crossed. We can finish up this little section. And that should then, for the most part, look pretty good from this shore. If anybody comes over here, they're not going to see anything super gross. Ignoring the creeper farm area. That's its own set of problems that we can just pretend don't exist. I don't know, I did not finish over here. That's really stone? We're not going to do that. That's a silly idea. Okay, cool. There we go. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to have enough. Oh boy, it's going to be tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's going to be a bit of dirt. Cool. Zoop, zoop, zoop. There we go. Okay. I see 2 blocks over here missing for some strange reason. Boop, boop. So that is fine. This is a little crazy, but you can still get in here. That is... Was this meant to be dirt over here? Was this meant to be grass blocks? Okay, we'll fill this in. Apparently I cut too much off over here. And, or wait, that was supposed to be sand, wasn't it? Whatevs. Whatevs. Ooh, what about over here? What's going on over here? Is this just because it's flowing weird? Yeah, okay, cool. And well, let's do that there. And that's just flowing weird, so that's fine. Really? No infinite water source there. Okay. And then obviously there's a couple weird stuff going on. Is this supposed to be sand? No, this is supposed to not be here. Okay. And there. That goes away. Okay, cool. Oh, well, let's do it right here real quick. Oop, oop. And that goes away. Okay, we need to sleep. We need to sleep because it is night and we're going to get mobbed soon. Chaos, what's up, dude? How you doing? How you doing? Hi. Hi, little dude. Not going to be streaming for too much longer. I have to head back to Buffalo today, but I will be back on Thursday. And Thursday I'll be back on Nerdcraft. Okay, so that takes care of this building, which is important because we can move those guys. This will deal with later. Nothing imperative is going over there. Nothing much. Just wanted to inform you that I am put another word on the ban word list. Okay. Very good. Is it to stop more people trying to come over here and be like, hey, artist, I want you to buy things from me. Bots. Getting rid of the bots. Good man. Good man. Get rid of those bots. Okay. How much bone meal we got? Not bone meal. Gunpowder. Yep. 47. We passively made another 3. How lovely. How absolutely lovely. Let's see here. So I think that still puts me in a surplus on the rocket front. Honestly, that's not too bad of a situation. Every time I see this guy out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, what is the giant thing floating around over there? How much paper do we have? We got plenty of paper. Okay, look at that. We can do this. 62. I don't know why I thought I could do that in that inventory. 62. Look at that. Boom, boom. Okay, that is a surplus of rockets. That is a surplus of rockets. That makes me feel pretty good. We've started today with more rockets than we had. I mean, doesn't mean I'm not going to switch out that creeper farm for something a bit better, but still. That's Gamers with Bot. It's another bot viewer website. That a bot tried to advertise, which Twitch flagged for me. So I put the website name on the banned word list and just doing my job as mod. I appreciate it. I very much so appreciate it. Where did all these sticks come from? I feel like I accidentally made a bunch of sticks. And I also have potatoes. Potatoes is potatoes. Barely fill you up, huh? I feel like if I ate a full potato in real life, I'd be freaking full. I'd be so full if I just had one giant potato. And maybe they're tiny potatoes. Maybe they're mini potatoes. Like the little ones, like this big. But like the potatoes that I get, they're like this big. If I ate this, that's like a good portion of my stomach right there. I'd feel like, ugh. Not to mention the carbo tiredness I would feel. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We got this whole terraining done. We got this whole terraining done. So I can eat like big potatoes, like 3 big potatoes. Bro, that's a lot of potato. I could not, like maybe 2, but like 3? I don't think my stomach's big enough for 3. Here, I just want to get in this boat real quick and just like, hey, now we've got a view. Look at that. That's nice. We're doing things. We opened this up. This canal here. I like it. We could get to my house. And it doesn't feel like we're just going through this stupid little narrow area. This is ready to have the cows moved in the next part of the thing that I'm going to do. This is terrible. We're going to redo that. Feeling pretty good. My stomach is pretty bottomless, though, because I actively work out. I don't work out enough during this time of year. Like, I am in sloth mode because of it being winter vacation for me. So I do a lot of sitting around and taking the dog to the dog park. And that, my friend, is about all I do. Let's finish the recording. And let's call this terraforming. Okay, so I will be back Thursday. I will be back Thursday, Friday. Both days streaming from the NardCraft server. I got to start building that thing or parts of it that I was showing off last week that I was building in Axiom. I'm going to need a lot of coal blocks. I need like thousands and thousands of coal blocks. I'm going to have to AFK at the Wither Farm for a while to get that. It's going to be brutal. But luckily I can, and I have a way to get like infinite coal blocks. But, oof. Hi, buddy. It's going to be a thing. Okay, I'm going to call it in there because I got to get going. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you all for watching. Bye for now.